Hi guys, and welcome to another Furry Friday video. Today I have a little bit of a story time which involves this. There is a reason that I'm not wearing my other chameleon glove today, and that's because I kind of hurt my finger. However, it's a bit more than that. The story started when I was volunteering at my local zoo. I've been volunteering there for quite a while as a mates, which is mentors at the zoo. So I would only stay for half the day, and I wouldn't be allowed to do a few things that official volunteers are allowed to do. However, the other day on Wednesday was my first official shift as an official volunteer, and boy was I excited. So on my first official shift, I got to do things like feed frogs. I got to attend the morning meeting, which you don't usually get to do as a mate. And I also got to do some food prep, which I have done before, just not in that particular area. So while I was doing food prep, I don't know, I clearly just wasn't paying attention, and I sliced a little bit of my finger off. Just a really little bit, just the very, very top. So if it was this finger, it'd be like just down by the nail. It's just a really small bit, but yeah, it gets worse. So I didn't actually realize that I had cut myself at first. I only realized when I actually saw the blood coming out of my finger. So I grabbed paper towel. Luckily, around to that point, people were coming off of break. I had started work a little early just to kind of look like I was doing stuff while I was waiting. So one of the keepers comes in, and this keeper in particular is actually quite a good mate of mine, and I know fairly well. So he comes in, and I go, "Hey, can I have a band-aid?" Thinking it wasn't that bad at the time. However, it turned a lot worse. So he got me a band-aid, and he asked if I wanted first aid to be called. I said no, because I was just going, "Oh, it's just a little cut, it's fine, don't need first aid, whatever, just need a band-aid and to wash it off." I was wrong. I was very wrong. So after a little while, I started to feel a bit lightheaded. My friend, the keeper, got me to sit down, and he ended up calling first aid because he wanted to make sure that I was okay. So first aid came, they patched it up properly, not like this, but like as a temporary solution. And then I passed out, just a little bit. I came to, and I was like leaning on the keeper's arm while he held up my arm, so it was elevated above my heart, and I was so confused. I was like, what happened? And he was like, "Oh, you passed out a little bit," and I was like, "What?" And I had never passed out before, so like this was like really quite an interesting experience for me to be age. I don't really remember anything, so that was quite interesting. So because I had passed out, the people in charge of the volunteers at the zoo were called to make sure I was okay. And I was told to kind of wait around for 20 minutes and then drive myself to the doctors, because that's the proper thing to do, to get the person who passed out to drive themselves to the doctors. But it was fine. I ended up being okay. I went to the doctors. I hadn't even made an appointment. I just walked in and went, "Look, I cut my finger off at the zoo. Can you help?" And it was quite interesting. I'm not going to show you pictures because it's quite gross. So that was on Wednesday, and so now it's Friday, and I've been to the doctors again today, and they re-bandaged it and all that stuff. It's perfectly fine. The doctor said that bit of skin will grow back. Good thing I chose the chameleon as a persona, because lizards can grow back their limbs when they break off. So guess I chose the right persona. So guys, that's the end of my little story time. It's a bit of an explanation as to why I'm not going to be wearing my left chameleon glove for a while, as these ones are quite tight, and I'd rather not risk putting any more pressure on this finger than I have to. So why not in the comments tell me about some of your funny injuries that you've had, because I think this is quite hilarious. Yeah, and leave a like to this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for future Furry Friday videos, and I'll see you next week, guys. Bye!